You brought up Young Thug earlier.
Yeah.
Let me touch on that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You know this whole YSL RICO case going down.
Yeah.
He was denied bond for the third time. Third time. He got to sit in jail until the trial starts, and I think it's starting on January 3rd, 2023. So he got to sit down for a few months. But they're saying it most likely won't start until mid-2023. Then on top of that, a nurse got caught sneaking drugs in for Gunna.
Allegedly.
Thanks for correcting me. A nurse got caught allegedly sneaking drugs in for Gunna. Do you think that this case is being over-sensationalized because it's rappers at the center of it? Or is it justified, them using the RICO case? Because most of the times when you think of RICO case, you think of organized crime. You don't think, I mean, these guys at the core of it, they're artists. You don't think that. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts, I want to say that whoever thinks the way you just ran that down, you're not living in the world, the society we're living in today. And I'm not saying that to criminalize our artists, our rappers, thug them in no kind of way. But you can't possibly think that one, these cats who making millions of dollars, millions, you can't think it's not gonna be sensationalized in the media. Everything is sensationalized in the media. If they can talk right now, they could talk about the color of cheese is going to change. We will be eating green cheese from now on because they have found that the yellow in the cheese causes a certain cancer. And everybody will be in the uproar and we'll be talking about green cheese for the next 6 months. So everything is gonna get hyper sensationalized, okay? When it comes to thug them in this situation, when it appears that there's a top and there's a base, there's a bottom, when there's a head and there's a tail, when the tail starts getting loose or unraveling and people get to saying stuff and talking because they're not sitting at the table with the head, you're gonna start to get some type of division. You know, they say divide and conquer. Yeah, we know that YSL, come on, man, we know that's they music, man. They done proven that. They didn't do the BMF. They didn't come like, yo, who this Young Thug nigga with all this goddamn money throwing $1 million in a strip club? And now they trying to put a nigga out. No, this nigga came from the bottom. Do you remember how Thug looked when he first hit?
Absolutely.
That nigga did. He is the American dream of the ghetto. You understand what I'm saying? But some of the shit that we put out, whether it's in interviews, whether it's in the music, whether it's sly remarks to certain shit, they're using that shit. They're using it. And the crazy part is, you know how it go. Right now, all it takes is 2 people to name you in an incident. Really 3, if you really want to stick. Boom. You can, boom. Conspiracy, RICO. I just say 3 people say the same thing. You hear where I'm coming from with that, right? So,
absolutely.
With that being said, has 3 people come out and testified against him already? Now, I can't say testify because they haven't been in front of the judge yet as far as a trial. Has 3 people come forth making accusations that point at Young Thug or YSL being gang related? Has it been?
I don't know. Because they're keeping it close to the vest.
Think about it. Think about the people how many people they done said snitched. Let's just go back. I ain't gonna even say it. Because the society, the world we live in today, now that I've made that point, they'll go back and point out 3 people. You got the little cat that they just got in jail. You say you saw the footage of the little dude in jail. I forget his name. I mean, naming names. He was just in jail and they was talking like, well, why you snitch, bro? That shit fucked up. Well, I mean, it wasn't that I snitched. Oh, okay. Then they said something about Yak Gotti. That was the second one. Then it's a whole nother cat who's supposed to be one of the founders of YSL that they're saying stuff is sticking because of, you know, what he had to say he was a part of. You know, it only take 2 to 3. And I'm not saying that they are snitching on YSL or Thug, but that's what has been alleged in the media, right? They don't have a voice to defend them at the moment. We'll hear their voice at trial. So whatever they put out there when it's sensationalized and people are like, oh, you know, them boys snitching, the whole YSL snitching. The whole that starts to becoming a thing, and it makes it a little easier for the other people who like, man, I can't snitch, they'll kill me. But then they not letting Thug out. You know why they not letting Thug out? Because they know he got the money. He don't gotta say nothing. He could shut the fuck up right here till it's time for him to go to court. Shit still gonna happen in the street on behalf of him because it's people who love him. It's people who support him. It's people he done took care of and done rode for that's gonna carry out certain shit. And I'm not saying that that's gonna happen. I'm saying it's a possibility, just the law of the land. So they don't want to let him out. You know why they don't want to let him out? Because they want the people who are afraid to talk to feel as if he ain't getting out. You don't have anything to worry about. So come forth. Let me decriminalize you with some of your charges. Let me drop some of these charges. Because you look, when you saw the paperwork came out, it didn't just name names, bro. It had the charges, the offenses next to their names. So when you see your name and you playing on this team, and they got all these goddamn different numbers next to your name, them charges, and you like, man, I ain't have shit to do with that. Now, I did do that. No, but I ain't gonna snitch on myself. I ain't gonna tell them. But God, I ain't do this and I ain't do that. And that the one, I ain't do that. That one little thing could carry a life sentence without parole. Niggas is talking to, I'll take 20 over life. 20, do 15. You get what I'm saying? So that is a part, that's the strategy. We know that. Come on, man. They let Thug out, man. But nobody's probably gonna talk. But they know that. They know this. And I mean, it's to anybody listening to this, all right, if you had a family member, a friend, even an enemy that you had to testify against, even yourself, if you've been in anything similar to the nature of this, you know how this shit go. They know how to make it crumble. They know. You know how it go. So you're gonna watch it. It's gonna start unfolding. And more is gonna come out. To the point where it's some people who are charged right now. They're gonna have to tell on something or somebody. Because they might not even have nothing to do with half the shit that they trying to stick on them. Okay? Now, if I tell you right now, look, we got you with 5 charges. 5 of these charges, if you say you give to them, we'll slap you on the wrist with a 20, do 20, put you in a special program, you do 13 years, good behavior. But there's one, we need to know who did this, because it's gonna stick to you too. But if you tell this one charge, if we can extract this one charge, it should go from life without parole to 20, possibly doing 13. What you think niggas doing? Well, let's be for real, bro. What you think niggas doing? Ain't none of them niggas locked up right now. Does any of them appear to be over 40 years old?
None.
And these niggas is looking at more than 40 years. So these niggas from the day of conception of not having no consciousness of knowing what's going on to now being fully conscious of the situation you in. That's a long fucking time to 40, all right? These people talking about 100 years in front of you.
You ain't even been on the planet that long.
Come on, dog. The average nigga don't even think about living 100 years. You hear the slang. You hear the moniker out here. What's the new moniker now? Live fast, die young. You ain't think about no goddamn 100 year. Niggas that have the niggas you know don't even know what a 100-year-old nigga look like. They're like, oh shit, you 100? How the fuck you do that? So the system is set up to show and prove. So all I pray is everybody involved is prepared to fight and play the game, because it's real. This shit's real. This shit is real.